Hello everyone, the UFC is officially back and Dana White announced some big news on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you saw it on today. He announced two new fights on two different cards, one for UFC 299 and one for UFC 300. So I can't wait to break down these fights and give my prediction. But starting off with the first one that he mentioned, it was Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Finally, I'm so happy Dustin Poirier is giving a contender up the rankings a chance to make his way into the top 5. I'm so happy. Finally, Poirier's been fighting top 5 guys for I don't know how long. He fought Conor twice. He fought Chandler. He fought Gaethje. He's only fought names inside of the top 5 and nobody outside of it. So thank God he's fighting Benoit Saint-Denis. He deserves it. But moving on to my prediction for this fight, I'm taking Poirier, and there's a reason why I'm taking Poirier. Let me break it down for you. This is a 5-rounder. Ain't no 3-rounder. I might take Benoit to win the first 2 rounds if it was a 3-rounder, but I think a 5-rounder is an entire different story. Listen, Poirier, I know he got head kick KO by Gaethje. I know his chin might not be the best. It might not still be there. It might be washed and done with. He's getting old. I think he's, 35, 36 maybe 34. I don't know. But Poirier definitely isn't no young buck anymore. He isn't this young guy that's ready to spring himself into the top 5 and go on a title run. No, he's getting older in his career, taking a lot of damage, been put out by Michael Johnson of all people in the past. So maybe the head kick by Gaethje was a straw that broke the camel's back and Poirier will never be the same ever again. But I still think he is defensively sound. And I think Benoit Saint-Denis, the way he fights, is just a bull in a ring, a bull in a cage. He's just ready to go out there and just try to beat somebody up and land big haymakers in front of a crowd. That's just how Benoit Saint-Denis fights, man. He's not this grappler like he was against Ismael Bonfim. He'll grapple in like the apex if he has to win, but I don't think he'll grapple up Poirier that much. I think he'll go out there with a game plan of just going straight at him and landing big KO blows. And one thing Poirier is really good at is defensively striking. He can take shots. He can be aware. He has good defense. He took shots off of Michael Chandler, for God's sake. Again, maybe his chin might not be the same, but I think if he can take shots off of Chandler and survive and then come back in that first round to almost put him out, I think he can survive Benoit Saint-Denis, who I don't think has that one-punch KO power like Chandler does. But again, Benoit Saint-Denis can grapple. He can find a way to get Poirier down with those square hips, those tight hips of Poirier, who I guess dude has... I don't know what's going on with Poirier, bro, and his takedown defense, bro. It baffles me. I think that sometimes he just doesn't train grappling at all. I think his body's too stiff for grappling. Just stiff man hips. Poirier is out here just trying to defend takedowns. Doesn't sound too good to me when he's fighting Benoit Saint-Denis, who's athletic and looks like he's 55, but like 27. I don't know. I don't know, man. I can just see Benoit Saint-Denis rushing forward and trying to land these big, massive haymakers on Poirier and probably being successful at some point and probably hurting Poirier at one point or some point. But I don't know if he can put down Poirier and some to the shadow realm and TKO him on the ground. I don't know what's going to happen. Dustin Poirier is just a great striker and he's so good. He's just really good. And I know he lost to Gaethje, but Gaethje has improved so much. I think he now is probably the best or one of the best strikers at lightweight now, and Poirier just hasn't improved as much as Gaethje did, but I still think he has that base, that 99 stat level. Like if I had to put an overall rating like how you do in Madden or NBA 2K, I would give Poirier like a 94 in striking and like Gaethje a 95. I think it's that close. I think Gaethje just has a power advantage and he's just more unorthodox at times, but Poirier's good, but his chin just might not be there, and his improvement over the past couple years might not be as much as it was after the Conor fights or before the Conor fights, I'm sorry. And I really do like Benoit Saint-Denis. I would love nothing more, because if you don't know me, if you're new to the channel, I don't really like the personality of Dustin Poirier. So I would love nothing more than to see Benoit Saint-Denis rush across the cage and land a massive KO blow and send Poirier to the shadow realm. I wouldn't mind that at all, if I'm being honest with you. But will it happen? It's possible. But am I betting on it to happen? Nah, not really. The game plan of Benoit Saint-Denis is like the big X factor in this. If Benoit goes out there and goes for a takedown and tries to grapple up Poirier, he can probably win. He probably will win if he goes with that game plan. But if he goes out there with this Terminator mindset and tries to just land big, massive shots on the face of Poirier, he might just lose or he might just get chinned, because when he fought Thiago Moises, man, He showed that he doesn't have the best striking defense of all time. Moises was landing some good counter shots on him. And if that's anybody else besides Moises, bro, he might get chinned in that situation. I know he fought for Vola, who I thought would do the same thing that Moises was doing, but land that massive KO blow. But if it's Poirier, who I think is better on the feet than Vola, I can just see him counter left hooking Benoit on the knee to the ground and then TKOing him. That's my biggest worry with Benoit, man. Just this kill or be killed mindset might get him chinned by a counter left hook by Poirier, and he might go for that 50K bonus. It might be a good idea to go out there and chin Poirier and get him some money, but he might be on the wrong end of that, and we're going to see Poirier get his hand raised with him getting the performance bonus that he probably doesn't even deserve because he's made millions against McGregor. I'm probably going to take Poirier by 48-47 decision. I think we'll see Benoit Saint-Denis clearly win the first 2 rounds by pressure and just landing big shots on Poirier, but I think after that second round, we're going to see Poirier kind of take over and have his own success and land his own counter shots and have his own boxing skill and just do little pitter-patter jabs and uppercuts and do Dustin Poirier's thing where he just kind of taps at you and then goes for a big shot. That would be my guess, but I can definitely see Benoit Saint-Denis going for a takedown, getting down stiff hips Poirier, and then just controlling him for 5 rounds or for 3 and maybe submitting him because he can probably do that as well. If I'm Benoit's coach, man, I am telling him I am drilling takedowns this entire camp. I'm making sure he goes for takedowns because I know Benoit can probably chin Poirier. Definitely, I'm not ruling that out as a possibility whatsoever, but I think his best way to victory is through the grappling. And this is not some guy in the lower end of lightweight. This is not your entry-level fight. This is Dustin Poirier. And if you want to be a top 5 guy, which he will be if he does beat Poirier, you have to have the best, most solid game plan. Going out there and trying to get a nice 50K bonus is very cool and all, but if the guy is outside the rankings, like, I'm all for that. But this is a top 5 guy. This is your whole career. This is your legacy. So I think his best game plan is to go out there and grapple with Poirier, but will he do it? Probably not. I don't think that's Benoit's style, and he might just lose the fight because of that, but we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully he does grapple. Hopefully he does just go out there and just chin Poirier. That'd be more exciting, more fun to watch. I would not mind that at all, but I'm going to take, again, Poirier by 48-47 decision with Benoit kind of gassing out in those last 3 rounds. Don't know if I mentioned this at all, but this is the co-main event for UFC 299, so that card's looking pretty good now. Not the best card of all time. O'Malley Vera is still the main event. I would like to have somebody over that because I don't think O'Malley's the biggest draw in the world like we thought he was going to be, but still a very good card, and I am hyped for it. But moving on, we have another fight that Dana White announced, and this is for UFC 300, and that is Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. Can't wait for this one, man. If you don't know me, I'm a big Charles Oliveira fanboy, and I will be picking Oliveira on this one. I have to at this point. I just can't doubt this man anymore. I know he's getting older in his career, but I think Oliveira still is him. He still is that dude, that big Brazilian macho man. Not really. I'm just making up shit at this point, but you know what I mean. I don't care. You can just blabber away and tell me Tsarukyan just one punch KO'd Beneil Dariush out cold and Oliveira struggled with him. I don't give a damn. Oliveira is going to walk across that cage and is going to absolutely put on a performance and son, make a little brother out of Arman Tsarukyan. But no, in all seriousness, I will be taking Charles Oliveira to win this one. I just don't know how improved Tsarukyan is. I know he one-punched Dariush out cold again. I'll mention that as well. But I don't know if he's really improved in the striking department. This man got, not say exposed, but he got shown that he does have some holes in his game against Joaquim Silva, of all people. I know it was on short notice, but Joaquim Silva almost chinning you is not a good look. And I think Joaquim Silva is kind of like a Walmart brand Oliveira. We didn't get to see enough of Tsarukyan striking against Beneil Dariush, so we don't know if he's really improved in that department. Maybe he has, but I don't think it'll be enough time for him to face a guy like Oliveira and just be on point. He's going to have really good striking defense to fight a guy like Oliveira. And I don't care. I know Tsarukyan can probably take him down, but that's Oliveira's game, right? That's just kind of who he is as a fighter now. He is really good off of his back. If you take him down, he's good defensively there where he doesn't get hit too often. He knows how to get back up. He knows how to go for submissions. He just overall is a big threat on the ground. And Tsarukyan, he can definitely control him, and I think he will get a takedown at some point. But I don't know how well he's going to be able to handle Oliveira on the ground. And at this point, man, if it takes Islam Makhachev, who is, I think, the lightweight goat at this point to beat a guy like Oliveira, I just can't bet on Tsarukyan being that next guy. Like, is he truly relative to Islam on the ground? Because Islam has improved so much. I mean, massively. He has made game-changing decisions or game-changing improvements in his career, and I don't know if Tsarukyan is on that Islam level. Like, is his striking good enough to drop and hurt Oliveira, then go for a quick submission and put in that arm triangle just like that? I don't know if it's there just yet. Don't get me wrong, Tsarukyan does have really good takedowns and probably some of the best grappling in the UFC entirely. But can he take advantage of hurting Oliveira on the feet and getting a quick submission like how Islam did? I don't know. I think if you're going to finish Oliveira, because I think Tsarukyan has to finish Oliveira to win this fight, but I think if you're going to finish him, you have to hurt Oliveira first. Pause. What the fuck? I'm mentioning it again. Tsarukyan can definitely take down Oliveira and control him, but just for how long? How long can Tsarukyan control him before Oliveira gets back up, gets on his feet, and goes for massive shots? How long can he keep Oliveira sustained and just checked on the ground before he gets back up and just head kicks him? I don't know. I just simply don't know. I think if you're going to beat Oliveira, you have to hurt him first, and I don't see Tsarukyan hurting him. Like, I don't know, man. Oliveira gets hurt in every single fight, so maybe he can do that, but I don't know if he can take advantage like how Islam did. It's a worrying fight. We'll see if Oliveira still has it. I still think he does. He proved that to us against Beneil Dariush, so again, we'll see, but I think I'm going to take Oliveira by second round TKO. He's going to get up from a takedown from Tsarukyan and just put it on him and whoop him. I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. Obviously, I'll break down these fights in more details once the fight week hits, but just for right now, I'm going to take Oliveira by second round TKO after getting out from a takedown from Tsarukyan. And I'll mention this as well. I think the winner of this will probably supersede Gaethje for a title shot because Islam is hurt, apparently. He is injured. So, Gaethje, take a fight right now. Take a fight in the meantime. I don't care who it is. Maybe fight, I don't know, Dariush. I don't know. And I don't know, fight somebody, I guess, in the meantime. Because if you do wait out for an entire year, the winner of this fight will have a better argument to get that next title shot once Islam gets healthy. So if you don't get it, you better be absolutely praying watching this fight that Oliveira or Tsarukyan takes a ton of damage and has to sit out for a very long time, because if not, if it's a quick first round finish or second round finish, you will be getting overtaken for that title shot against Islam. I'm sorry. We'll see what happens, man, but I don't think Gaethje will get it unless one of these guys takes a lot of damage. So yeah, sucks for Gaethje, but Islam injured. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications. If you have your own opinion or a differing opinion from mine, leave it down in the comment section below. Let me know who you guys will think will win these two fights. I love hearing your guys' opinions. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.